So I'm gonna make a few changes to the way I do these videos. I used to try to do a little bit of housekeeping at the beginning, just to tell you where I'm at on a personal level, where I'm at, in terms of direction when it comes to Spiralvent. Um, it's a funny name to have for a website too, because Spiralvent, it kind of denotes this kind of, you know, downward spiral of anger, you know what I mean? And this morning I'm actually having a pretty angry morning. But here I am doing it again. I'm doing it again. I'm doing personal housekeeping, which I also have to do to my room. I'm using this video as a way to get riled up and energized to basically start cleaning my room. Anyway, so that's enough about me, but I'm going to stop doing the housekeeping videos because I did one video the other day and I noticed that it got a lot of views organically too. Like a lot of people were just genuinely interested in the video I did without any promotion, and it was on YouTube too, which is a medium I've kind of forgotten YouTube. So I saw the response to it, and there were some pretty in-depth responses, like more than I've ever gotten before, in terms of detail and addressing what was said in the video. So I figure the subject matter of the video was the meat of the matter was actually at the end of the video, and I spent like half of it talking about my personal issues and like things like that. So I figure, if I could cut it, and it also keeps my videos shorter too, because in the way I see it, nobody knows who I am, and it's better the less of people's time you take up when you do these videos, especially being an unknown. I think the better. I think as soon as somebody rolls over, I'm doing it again, but like as soon as people roll over a video and they see that it's 10 minutes, they're like, I don't want to spend 10 minutes on some guy I don't know. But if they see 5 minutes, they're like, he kind of looks interesting. Maybe he makes some interesting facial expressions, and yeah, I'll spend 5 minutes listening to what he has to say. So I think that does play into it. So I'm gonna try to keep my videos, and this is the last time I'm gonna be doing this. I wasn't supposed to be doing this now, but like I'm gonna keep my videos very short. I'm really gonna try to keep them at 5 minutes because I think there's a lot you could say in 5 minutes. The thing too is I post my videos to atheist sites, so I mean maybe a lot of the stuff I say is actually just stuff everybody's heard before. And the response I got to that video I was talking about previously was just out of search terms and things like that. So I'm going to play with keywords and search terms and hashtags and all that stuff a little bit more. So anyway, so I did it again. I did housekeeping, and which is kind of distracting, but yeah. So this is kind of a play on a previous video I did. I can't remember if it was the last one or if it was the one before that, where I was discussing how do people see religiosity, and how do they subjectively experience religiosity and stuff. And it's kind of like a mixed bag. Like some people, by the time you get to moderate religiosity or whatever, I mean, it's kind of like neither here nor there. Like, I mean, you could believe some things literally, you could believe things are interpreted in different ways, and blah blah blah. But there's no, it's not like conservative religion or fundamentalist religion or literalist religion, where there are definite, kind of things and teachings and instructions to rally around. So anyway, so it kind of dragged into the light the whole thing about atheism being a religion. And I know a lot of atheists are gonna be like, oh, what the fuck, like atheism is not a religion, and I believe that too. Like I think that atheism is not a religion, but you run into this argument all the time, and this is another basic argument. Like, you tell anybody you're an atheist. I mean, even South Park did an episode about this. Atheism is a religion. That's how people see it. And they give the stupid reasons of like, well, there's like, there might not be any holy books, but there's like, there's experts in the field, whatever the field of atheism is. There's experts in the field. There's books written about it, and some books have like this, this ranking that kind of puts them up there in terms of doctrine. Which is total bullshit. Like, I mean, but I'm just humoring people that say atheism is a religion. And you have, I know there's atheist churches in England, so you have things like charismatic leaders, or the potential to have this charismatic sort of, following. And then you have things like, you have things like the amount of time devoted to material on atheism, like I do with this blog. It's an atheist website, and I do these videos. A lot of people equate doing these videos to prayer. Um, so all those types of things, and I'm sure people have heard this type of argument before. So forgetting the fact or ignoring the fact that by those same standards, you could say any calling in life is a religion. Like if you're studying evolutionary psychology, if you're studying, biology or mathematics, like, I mean, or the cosmos, or if you're studying, I don't know, proctology, like, I mean, any of those things, by the same standards, you could say any of those things is a religion. Any of those things. But let's ignore that fact. And let's talk about atheism as a religion just lumped in with all the other religions. And I know this is a redundant argument, because I'm pretty sure anybody who sees this video, the people that are going to see this video are going to think like, yeah, we've heard this all before. We get it. But like, I mean, maybe there's one or two of you out there that haven't really thought about it that much, and maybe this might change your mind. But let's say for argument's sake, atheism is a religion. So you end up with Islam and Hinduism and Christianity and Judaism and atheism and Jainism and Buddhism and I don't know, what's another religion? Oh God, what's the Japanese religion? Animism. Not animism. It's a type of animism. It's Shinto. So the goal of basically having pluralistic beliefs is to not have them interfere with each other when it comes to living in a pluralistic society. So you do not want government being influenced by religion, and you don't want government supporting any one religion, because that would just be favoritism, and it would be damaging to minority religious groups, and even religious groups that don't receive government support, or less than the amount that they've given to any state-sponsored religion, blah blah blah. So atheism is the same thing, and the arguments stand in light of secularism. So you don't want it influencing your kids' education. You don't want any dogma influencing your kids' education. If it is introduced to your kids, you want it to be at an appropriate age, when they can make the decisions they have to make about religion themselves, as opposed to having it forced upon them or having them indoctrinated. You don't want any religion, including atheism, in government. It should be a neutral state. Not that, and this is going back to the whole what is atheism thing, but I don't see how atheism would influence government. Like, it doesn't make sense. You would want government to have basically evidence-based research for all their policy. You would want, just no influence in any realm of public life when it comes to religion, and that's, for this argument's sake, that includes atheism. So, yeah, the same thing just kind of stands, whether or not atheism is a religion or not. You just do not want anything being favored over anything else. And I think that's key, and I think that's maybe kind of puts secularism a little bit above, any other form of government. But I mean, secularism really has worked in terms of keeping religious doctrine and religious edict out of public life, or even of any sort of citizenry or populace of any country, and has actually improved. Well, secularism itself hasn't improved life. I mean, it's a conflation of a whole bunch of different factors that improved life, life satisfaction. But secularism has definitely, helped in not allowing, quite frankly, like, various forms of discrimination to be allowed, etc., etc. You get the point. Maybe I'm not explaining that well. Maybe my head's gone a little bit, but Anyway, so that's this video. I just wanted to make a quick one. And now it's off to my housekeeping. I gotta clean my room. Okay, bye.